Hey guys, this is challenge number 2. It's kind of day 1-ish. I would say that tomorrow's going to be day 1 because I had to do all the testing today. Today, this challenge is instead going to be about strength, and then it's going to be mainly about strength, and then a side goal is going to be cardiovascular endurance, and then another side goal is going to be body fat. So the main thing I have included in this is all of these goals, basically. This is a lot of stuff to read and do. I don't know, man. I'm gonna die. This is what I can do currently for whatever I'm at or what I am at. Basically, this is just what I'm at, and then this is what I have to attain. And I've realized that I'm actually really close to attaining everything. The only thing I'm really far on is this, I'd say. And this is going to be the one that changes the fastest. Now, I have a few goals. And I don't know if I'm gonna be showing you guys it the entire time because it's kinda gonna be a pain in the butt for me to show you guys. My goal is for my single leg squat to be 80 pounds. Currently it is at 50 pounds. This is for 7 reps, by the way. My searcher squat to be 220 pounds. Currently it's at 135. That one will probably go up quickly. My Bulgarian split squat, my goal is 120 pounds for 7 reps. Currently I can do 100 pounds. My deadlift goal is 250 pounds, and currently I can do 155 for 7 reps. The problem is that the max weight on the bar I have at my home is 155, and I know that I could get with the deadlift like 50 pounds more. That sounds crazy, I swear. I swear I'm not lying to you. That was the weight I was able to get was very easy. I used to get about 2 plates back then. But the thing is that hopefully I'm gonna be spending money for new plates, so we had to just kind of wait for those. We just kind of have to wait for the deadlift, and we're gonna have to start catching up late in the game. But that's why I made the goal a little bit easier. 250. It's still like top 90%. Like only 10% of people could do it. That if they were at my weight, basically. So it's still like that, but I made it easier because I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to improve as much if I have to wait half the time on just more weights to come in. And that's also going to be the same for bent over rows too, but it might take me a little bit longer to get there. And then for my, what does SB stand for? Oh, got it. Okay, so SB is something. I can't remember what it is though. That's what it is, side bend. I have side bend to do. I'm also going to be doing pal-off presses, not just side bend, but I can't really do a weight because I use resistance bands, so I can't really use a weight on that. So we're just going to be getting rid of that, and I'm just going to do that on my own because I just go further on the band. I don't know, I'm supposed to say 1 inch closer on the band or something like that, even though I can't mark it. But anyways, side bends is basically just you do like a side bend, and I can currently do it for 7 reps with 80 pounds. POF, that is, oh yeah, that's push-ups on fingertips. I used to do 1-arm push-ups, but I'm switching back to push-ups strictly so I can do push-ups on fingertips, so then that I can hopefully, if anything, move to push-ups on fingertips with only 1 hand instead of 2 hands, because I always wanted to do the whole 2-finger push-up. Like, it's really hard actually, because imagine you have this much room to do a push-up, and now you have this much room. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. I was only able to pump out like a solid 10. And like I could have pumped out way more than that, but man, my fingers were hurting. So I think what I'm gonna do is instead I'm just gonna do holds. So I'm just gonna hold it at the bottom, I think, and I'm just gonna see how long I can hold it for. And then after that, I'll resort to doing just 1-arm push-ups, like normal 1-arm push-ups, so that I don't lose strength in that. Because I don't want to lose strength in it. And then I have bent over rows with 160 pounds. Currently, I can only do 130 pounds for 7 reps. And then, oh, if you're sorry, but kind of getting off track again, but if you're wondering why some of these, like everything here that's basically a pounds is going to be for 7 reps, but some stuff isn't going to be rated by 7 reps. Like for example, the pull-ups and then the push-ups are not going to be rated by 7 reps. And then also, we had a machine downstairs. I don't usually really count machines. I don't like using machines because I think it's bad because you don't use your stabilizer muscle, so it doesn't transfer over to real life as much. But I was going downstairs and I was kind of bored, and I was able to, I think, get like a 1 rep of like 200 pounds, and I'm like 134. I don't know how good that is. I think that's pretty good. But I was able to do that, I think, once. But the 1-arm push-ups are really helping. So that's really good. But I think that's about as much as I could do. I used to be able to do 200 pounds, but at the time I think I was like 155 to 160. So I think that it's a lot better, I think. So I'm happy about myself there. I'm happy I've made a bunch of improvement there. But anyways, then I have headstand holds, which sounds kind of crazy. It's like, what the flip is a headstand hold? A headstand hold is literally kind of what it sounds like. I get in the headstand position and I hold it for as long as I can, and I just basically push into the ground to keep myself stabilized. And I'm trying, my goal is to hold it for a minute, because I keep trying to do handstand push-ups, but the problem is I can't have the balance to do handstand push-ups, so I can't get my effectiveness out of it. So instead what I do now is I'm incorporating handstand holds so that I can get the balance to do the headstand in the first place. And I was able to hold it for 25 seconds, so we're almost halfway there, which is pretty good. That I feel like will improve quickly. The problem is with that, it's just kind of scary. The only scary things in this is headstand hold and Bulgarian split squat. Bulgarian split squat, man, it's tough on you. Like, it's like, I hope you realize, like, when I'm doing anything that involves like squatting, I have to do a power clean of it. Then I have to push it up over like that. I don't have a squat rack, so that's what I've always had to do when I did squats back then. Like when I would do like squats with like 150 for like 20 reps or something like that, I would like have to do a full-on power clean, and then I have to push it up and I have to push it over. It's really annoying to do it. Like getting in the position of it isn't as hard. If I could just basically have it placed onto me, that'd be great. But the problem is I can't, so I have to do all that first. But if anything, it builds more athleticism, so it's probably fine. And now this is a military press, which I can only do about 80 pounds for 7 reps, which is not that bad. It's basically like holding a 38-pound dumbbell and doing it. I'd say you'd have a little bit more strength. It wouldn't be about 35 because you do, like, it wouldn't be 40 pounds because I know it's half and it's like half, but in reality you can kind of push more with both of them working at once, if that makes sense. Like you can get more of a weight out of it when you're doing 2 at once instead of 1. This one will go up quickly, I'm pretty sure. But then we have pull-ups, which is 30. I have to do 30 in a row, and right now currently I can do 15. 15 pull-ups is actually the best and most amount of pull-ups I've ever been able to do in my entire life, so it's props to me and I'm really happy about that. After that is pinching farmer's carry, is literally where you walk around and then you pinch like a weighted plate. Like you literally pinch it like this. Instead of grabbing it, I pinch it because I noticed in real life I have to pinch things a lot, and it's like I want more strength there. And so ever since I noticed that, I've been doing pinching instead of like grabbing, because with almost everything else I'm working on my grabbing. So it's like I might as well just do pinching on the side since I use it quite often. And I'm probably going to make these, I'm glad I realized this now, but we're just going to change pull-ups to neutral instead, which is where instead I'm doing it like this, because nothing here is really targeting my bicep apart from the Zercher squat. I kind of did that just because I noticed like when I would like help my dad out with like woodwork, I'd have to hold a bunch of wood or hold like stuff in between, and I'd have to hold it like this literally, and I would like have to walk around and do stuff with it. So that's why I added in Zercher squats. So I'm trying to get stuff for my real life, because I mean like I don't want it to just help me in the gym. Like, yeah, it's cool if I can bench, like, well, benching isn't really like a crazy thing, because you would use that in real life quite often. I would say the most things you'd use in real life is carrying and probably pulling something. Pulling and carrying, but like very light versions of it. I'm also doing as many sets as I basically can do of these with like a 5-minute-ish rest in between. And also the reason I'm doing 7 reps is because I did some research and I figured out that 1 to 5 reps is basically just pure strength. And then I think it was 6 to 8 reps is like size and strength, so you're getting like kind of the best of both worlds. And then size was like 9 to 12, and so I'm doing 7. And I know people are like, oh, it's an odd number, why are you doing that? I don't care. The only thing I might have to make 8. I was mainly doing it just so I didn't have to put more weight on the bar, because with 6, I'd have to change maybe like this being 120 to being 130. That was the real reason, but I didn't want to have to do 8. Because I was like, well, I really do want to be in the middle. Like, I want to gain some size on me, but I'm kind of going for strength at the same time. But anyways, pinching farmer's carries, my goal is 30 pounds in one hand, but I'm going to be doing it on both hands. 30 pounds, one 30-pound plate here, and then the other 30-pound plate here, holding it like this. But like, You know, like obviously holding it down there, I'm not gonna be holding it up like that. For a minute, I'm gonna be walking around with it. And currently right now what I can do is 25 pounds for 45 seconds. Problem is, I don't have a 30-pound plate. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't have a 30-pound plate, so that might be really difficult to do. Unless I can think of something. I'll probably just have to think of something. Oh my god, guys. The 25-pound plates are up here. I can load more weight on the bar than 155. Okay, I lied. I can actually do 205. So never mind. This is my fault. So the only thing I was limited to on weight was the deadlift, so that's fine. I guarantee I'll probably be able to rep out the 205, maybe 195 or lower, something like that, if that ends up being too much weight or something. But I still have to order weights, but now it's not that big of a deal. Now I'm like, woohoo! That was the last thing on the strength side. The weight side, I'm currently at 134, and my body fat percentage is 21.6. My goal weight is 122. My body fat percentage goal is 15%. And the reason I'm including body fat, I'm almost wanting to get rid of the weight instead. But the reason I'm including body fat is because I would notice I would kind of just not drink water as much as I should be before weighing myself. Even like if I was thirsty, it's not like I would wait the entire day, but strictly if I was like, oh, I'm a little bit thirsty after showering and I'm gonna go weigh myself right now, but I'm gonna wait to drink afterwards because I don't want to weigh more. I want to focus more on the body fat percentage rather than the weight, because I feel like focusing on the weight makes me, so it's like I don't want to drink water because of that. So weight is going to be the smallest goal on here, and the goal that's going to be way ahead of it is the body fat percentage instead. We're almost done here, guys. One more to go, bear with me. And the other goal is to have a 13-minute 2-mile time. Currently it's 20:30. We got these. We got this, guys. 7 minutes and 30 seconds? Who's that? I don't know him. He's fake, but really, it's not too big of a deal because I basically, the first mile, I had about a 9-minute pace, basically be like cutting out 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which really isn't that bad. It's when you include the second mile too, which is why I think I had like a 11-minute pace, so I had a 2-minute extra pace. But the thing is that I'm probably going to be switching it on days. I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing workout day, rest, 2-mile, rest again, workout, and then rest, and then I'll do like 1 mile instead, and then rest, workout, rest, 2-mile, rest, 1 mile. Because the thing is that I think if I just kept doing 2-mile runs, that might take a toll on my body. So I think I'll do like a 1-mile run basically. So I think we'll have to label out the schedule like this. So there's 7 days in a week, right? Let's hope it all adds up. So W means workout, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now watch this. Workout day is gonna be here. R means rest. 2 means, you guessed it, 2-mile run. Rest, workout, rest, 1 mile. So I think this actually kind of makes sense, because what I'd be able to do is in a week, I'd be able to get 2 workout sessions and then 3 miles in, instead of getting 2 workout sessions and 2 miles in. Because the problem is that if I didn't, I feel like I'd have to include this here, because you're gonna be like, oh well, you don't have a rest day in between this. The thing is I've already taken a 2-day break from working out here. I've already taken a 3-day break from working out here. So I've taken a 2-day break from working out and then a 3-day break from working out, which is a lot, by the way. And the reason I'm taking a 3-day, because instead that day I'm doing 2 miles, and then I do a workout, I do a rest, and then a workout, and then a rest, and then instead the other day I'm gonna be doing a 1 mile so that my body can still recover, and so that I can immediately do a workout day the next day. The thing is though, is that I'm scared that I might just want to instead run more miles. Or what I can do is I think I should take like, also, I'm just gonna include this random little thing in here. If you're gonna have multiple sets, by the way, take like a 3-minute and 30-second rest. I just want to include that random information in there. If you're trying to like do what I'm doing here, I would recommend a 3-minute and 30-second rest before doing your next set. You can continue, like I would go up and down like this, by the way. You can go to legs, and then I would go to something that doesn't involve legs right after that, because if you just tackle legs and legs and legs and legs, your leg's going to be dead, and you're going to be falling over on when you have 100 pounds on your back doing a Bulgarian split squat, which would not be fun. So I would tackle it like legs, something with the upper body, legs, something with the upper body, legs, something with the upper body, and probably with the upper body, don't make it like legs, back, legs, back. Instead make it like legs, something that would work out mainly your front of the body on your upper body, and then legs, something that would work on the back of your upper body. Yeah, I would literally form it like that, because basically what's on the front basically does the stuff on the front. Like, basically the stuff on the front does the pushing, stuff on the back does the pulling. I think all of that is true. But then you got the things on the sides, that's what those do. Those do the pulling. Okay, anyways, I was just throwing this in here just because I wanted to tell you guys that, just in case any of you were wondering. Wow, this video is getting long. I think that's almost everything. But what I was going to say earlier is that I'm scared that with the thing, 2 miles might not be enough kind of deal. So what instead I might do is I might be like 2 miles, and then I'll take like a 10-minute rest, and then I'll go another 2 miles, and then I'll take a 10-minute rest. Or instead I should do another 1 mile. Because the thing is that it will help build my cardiovascular system. What helps build your cardiovascular system is your heart rate being up. So I think what we're going to do with the 2 miles is we're going to do the 2 mile run, and we're going to have a 10 minute break, and then a 1 mile run. I hope that's a good idea. If it's a bad idea, please tell me. The thing is that I'm going to be losing weight during all this at the same time. So if it does seem like I'm not going to be able to meet my goals, I might change them to be what would still be considered the same thing here, because with being 134 and being able to do all of this, and then weighing 122 and being able to do all of this is completely different. I would say I haven't really lost any strength. I've lost weight, even though the thing says I've lost muscle. I don't think I've lost any strength. If anything, I feel like I've kind of gone a little bit stronger, if anything. But apart from that, I might be editing Tiz's video. Not me editing. We might have an editor if they want to. They don't have to, but it'd be nice to have a permanent editor forever. It'd be nice, you know, so you guys can be like, oh, you guys can stay, so you don't just leave me every 4 seconds. Jeez, like, think about me for once. All right, guys, like, jeez. Anyways, I think that's all I had to say. Scared you there. I don't know. I hope you guys have a good day. Editor, if you actually decide to edit it, if not, I'm gonna look really stupid. Putting a big scary jump scare. Big scary jump scare. Don't make it weird. Alright, that's okay. I should probably stop. I'll be heading out now. It's been about 24 minutes. I hope you guys should probably try doing your own like goal for a month. Like, this is my monthly challenge. You also might notice I don't have any really small goals in here, but in exchange for that, we'll be crossing off goals. I'd say, dude, I can't. Having to make all these small goals, I'm sorry, it's just gonna take too long. I can make the small goals with the mileage, and I can make it with the weight again. That's what I can do, but the weights, it would just take too long. It's gonna sound kind of stupid and crazy to say, but it took hours to do the research on what would be considered the 90%. Oh yeah. All this, by the way, would be considered, I think, 90% of people. Like, if I was in a room with 10 people, let's say I could do all of these stats right here. If I was in a room with 10 people, 8 of them I'd be better than. 1 of them I would tie. It would be me. I would tie with me, and then 1 of them would be better than me. It's not like saying that would be exactly the truth, but like that's like if everyone were averaged and combined into one human, basically, like that. But anyways, that's about all I have to say. Follow all that, and that's about it. And with the 1 mile run, we're just gonna do the 1 mile run that day, just so I can have more rest kind of in between. But anyways, that's about it. I will see you guys tomorrow for challenge number 1, day 1. Don't know if I'm gonna work out. It depends if I'm sore from doing all the testing today, but this took many hours to set up, so a like would be appreciated, by the way. But I'll peace out now, guys. See ya.